Kaizo in my standard level design contest? It's more likely than you think. I agree with the oh no. Hey look, it's Among Us. What's so funny about Cassius Blockus? Oh, Cassius... highly suspicious. Unidimensional. Oh my. Okay. I don't think I did this right. I definitely didn't do this right. The clouds were definitely suspicious. I was kind of expecting my time to Among Us to be a bit higher, but it wasn't. I did like the WLDC Among Us level. That was well done, though oddly paced. This is literally a Kaizo level. I mean, they literally told me. Doesn't mean I'm not going to give it the old college try. But yeah, this is a Kaizo level. Unlike some of the fancier level design contests, there isn't vetting first to make sure the levels are all, appropriate for the contest, like KLDC has nowadays. This one, literally, I think either Dr. No or Ampersand just zipped up the files and called it a day, which is fine, usually. Especially since Tomato Johnson's been banned. Do I have wall jump? No, I don't have wall jump. That's good. I don't like wall jump. I don't even know if wall jump's in the BaseROM, but if it isn't, I'm very glad. I don't want to be up there. GTA is pretty low, yep. Is this Kaizo just hard? I don't think the title screen is being serious. This is a standard contest. Don't think the BaseROM has wall jumping. Hooray! I have played too many hacks recently, and New Soup, that have wall jumping. Is this Kaizo or standard hard? Honestly, I am inclined, especially since the title screen is trolling a bit, to say this is actually Kaizo so far. We'll see if it, In terms of what this just looks like and feels like, it definitely feels and looks like Kaizo so far. And there's a Kaizo block there. I'm thinking this might not be a good faith submission. Especially an unindicated Kaizo block. Do people still do that anymore? Like actual legit Kaizo hacks anymore? Like I know Invictus had its, it's one Kaizo block. How is Kaizo even defined? Never figured out. Stuff you considered Kaizo wasn't. Stuff you... Yeah. It is a little loose and it's hard to define. And unfortunately, the best I can come back to is that classic Supreme Court decision statement of, I know it when I see it. Which was initially for... Which was initially stated for pornography. Which isn't helpful when you really get down to it. But... it's probably the only useful definition I can... Oh, you can go down from here. And those are actually indicated. I just didn't realize those weren't background elements. Okay. Lovely. Okay, the Kaizo blocks are indicated, so I'm not annoyed about that. Just because I was too busy looking at everything else. Funny enough, I think they're discussing, like, next OLDC will be a mix of Kaizo and standard, kind of like Hack Jam was. But... Not this contest. Okay. We're getting closer to what we're supposed to be there for. Can range are pretty athletic to... Yep. No, there's definitely indicators. Like, there's stuff that's going on here that makes sense. But usually the way that, like, things that are in the very hard category end up being very hard is just by being long. So unfortunately, the best example I can give would probably be disc defrag. Oh, that was the wrong time. You go when the thwomp's down. But the difficulty in that one was derived an awful lot from the length of the levels. Or even Marissa World. Having a single midway in Marissa World was often just what made it really hard. There wasn't anything individually difficult to pull off, but it was really friggin' hard because of the lengths. Bits and pieces, yeah, same sort of design philosophy. But, at least in my opinion so far, this is much closer to Kaizo than standard hard. I'm gonna give this the old college try. Like, I'm gonna try and beat this. Kaizo is when you're constantly moving. It usually involves shell jumps. There's an awful lot of Kaizo where you're not constantly moving. Sometimes you're carefully waiting for things to line up or setting things up. Like, I think that Kaizo definition of constant moving and shell jumps is very much from the Mario Maker tradition. Not a bad thing. But also not representative of where we are right now anymore. In terms of what people make that's Kaizo. There's the good old, like, Skyzo stuff from the Pangaea Panga days. Would certainly scan as Kaizo, but it's not an exclusive domain. I can just go. Save myself waiting, watching the Disco Waffles. Yeah, if there's one specific way to go through the level, it's usually Kaizo. That's usually a decent way of thinking about it. As a bizarre example, Return to Subcon, except for one level, really doesn't embody the Kaizo design philosophy, despite, you know, Glitchcat making it. Because it always gives you one free hit. You're allowed to take your one free hit wherever you want, except in one level, where you cannot take your free hit ever because you lose your ride. Okay, gotta go faster than that. That was defined as, like, yeah. I read that a minute ago. But, like, there's clearly one correct solution for this. There's no domain for creativity to solve this. It's just Kaizo-y. I'd say it's not bad, but yeah. If the other judges agree, this will probably get disqualified. I mean, the sheer pluck to just put it on your title screen is also just a little bit ridiculous. It's the equivalent of one of those, like, smoke-in protests. It's like, yes, we are going to go light up right now. They're literally going to tell you you're breaking the law. You may not agree with that law, and you may not agree you shouldn't submit Kaizo or non-Kaizo to contest, but, you know, you're still making it pretty obvious what you're doing. Okay. Hold right? No, it doesn't look like it's a bad level, and that's why I'm still playing it, right? Like, I'm not angry about it. And like I said, I am going to try and finish it. But in the event that it ends up taking me a long time and I find myself frustrated, I'll probably bail and go to another level. Which is the thing I probably should have done with that other one the prior night, or other night, but... Yeah, it's got a real Poison Swamp thing going on. The music fits really well because it's all discombobulating. I gotta get out of that thing pipe running is what I need to do. Can I just go down? Yes, I can. I can actually not have to wait for that disc to go awful. It would be funny if I got near the end of this and it just said, hey, Pat. Well, not hey, Pat, but like, hey, it's an automatic level. I actually thought that was really amusing in, was it OLDC? There we go. Push down, push over. Where would I go? One nice thing about this, regardless, is they used retry. Because not using retry is painful if you're going to do something Kaizo-esque. Okay. You know what 24-hour contests are some of your favorites? There's no commitment outside of 24 hours. Less stress? Yeah. I could see that. There's something kind of freeing about knowing that you have to be done at a certain time and that whatever you've got is what you're turning in and that's the end of it. There's no workshopping, there's no testing and retesting. It's just that's what it is. It's done, you're done. Deadlines can be freeing. It does remind me of a thing that Tom Seven used to do. Album in a day projects. It's part of his crap art movement, which I don't think went anywhere, but you know. Okay. Where do I go? Your last 24-hour would have been a lot better if the BaseROM wasn't broken. Yeah, that was a huge problem. There was an awful lot of like up to the last minute trying to get the BaseROM to do all the things and figure out what they were going to put in it and everything. And that was not the case this time. There was an awful lot of testing and everything done for this BaseROM. Like, I wouldn't say months ago, but like a suitable amount of time ago. They knew what they were up to. Ampersand was good at putting together a BaseROM, having put together, you know, the ROM Hack Races BaseROM and all that entails. Not to say Mario Fangamer can't do that, but like just the amount of time that was put into this one is a lot higher, I think. At least I think it was Mario Fangamer who put on the last one. Gotta go further left, I guess. I don't get that obstacle yet. This is kind of fun, though. Like, I'm still going at it. Turn on ads. Oh, nice. Oh, come on. Dang. I didn't test. That was the one bot I didn't test. Okay, I see what I need to do there. Yeah, banner, please. I know. I can't fix that from here. Give me half a second. Wouldn't hurt for me to have a short handbrake anyway. Fun thing about Windows services for Linux or whatever it's called, I can SSH into that machine. Start up bash. ps-e pipe grep python. Okay, maybe that doesn't work. I know there's more than one Python instance running on this. Oh, Mumbo. Very dignified for this level. I still haven't looked up this guy's videos ever. I know Fedora's a fan because Fedora made this particular sprite. My understanding is he's some sort of Minecraft YouTuber person, but I kind of hope for whatever happens after 24 we get back to single word theme. That's where you do your best. Annoys you about this? Nothing about this level. The custom platforms and donut things can crush you instead of pushing you below. I would say that is a deficit. I definitely prefer my donut platforms to just push me through. It makes for an extra little obstacle, conveniently. But... Alright, next time I need to take a handbrake or something, I'm gonna fix that. I don't know why that bot is so unreliable. Like, I feel like maybe I should just restart it every 15 minutes or something. Maybe every hour, I don't know. Somehow connecting to Twitch for long periods of time just does not work with that Python library. You know how little that bot has to do. And in fact, it's even weirder because that bot did the purchase earlier. It took care of the ad purchase earlier, so I don't even know what's going wrong with it. Like, it was connected, it just doesn't want to respond. It can still receive messages, but it can't send them? I don't friggin' know. But I will point out, especially about that piece of feedback, I will definitely note that down, that's something you prefer. Because, like, I don't remember what the plans for current, like, 24-hour contests are, because I didn't really do much of them this year. Oh, was that the intended solution? Huh. That works. Like, what, there was 72-hour QLDC, but I can't think there was anything else that was, like, fast-form contests. Seems fewer than the prior years. Had to wait. I get the puzzle, I get this particular obstacle now, but... it really feels silly. Just need to remember to hold right at the very beginning. The timing lines up way better. Yeah, that obstacle's a lot more kind than you would expect. Gotta hold left there. There's no waiting, you just have to do it. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with those too. The 24-hour contests that I played that used like a single word theme. Light was a lot of fun. It was amusing seeing people grouse about the definition of light, though. And there's an awful lot of definitions of light. No one even tried, as far as I know, no one even tried to like sneak in, you know, light is an L-I-T-E. Like, does not have many calories. Which would have been kind of funny. Could have done some sort of aesthetism level with that. But... yeah. Reminds me, I looked at the KLDC stuff. Damn. Quality of those have gone up so much. Like, the only one of those I played... before, after, during, whatever, was Zuccati's level. I play tested it for a bit, and I expected him to do really well, but it was middle of the pack, just because the pack had gotten so much better at level design and Kaizo and whatnot. I think he still had a fine finish, but just everyone else has gotten so good. Right, don't jump, ever. There was 72-hour QLDC, yeah. That was it. That was the only short-form contest. And I judged that one. Was one of the judges. Me, Author Blues... was it Alex again? I forget who the other judges were. Maybe Shovda. But... yeah, that was fun. Those levels were good. I had a lot of fun with that. And of course, it also helps with judging for those, because the judging is made a lot simpler. Rather than scoring people, you just literally had our top 3, and then figure out what your top 3 were, and then note which ones you think deserve a cool game award, which was just a broken JPEG. Which is still funny. I've gotten very good at the first few parts. Then there's this. But I think next year they've got at least a couple lined up. There might be like one for KLDC, like a short KLDC thing, I don't know. I think the calendar's published, so if you want to see what's coming up for the upcoming year, you can take a look there. What? Okay. I know there's another QLDC coming up soon-ish. I think near the end of probably like February or something. January, February. So that'll be fun. Made a post the calendar expressing you're sad Hack Jam isn't planned around. Hack Jam was so good, honestly. Like it was, I think, my favorite of the events that I've actually played through. Like I've played through other things that weren't just the when I was judging, right? So like I played through most of the Halloween level design contest levels back in the day. The most recent one of those, WLDC and VLDC 13. But Hack Jam was just on another level. People really, really gave it their all and made really good hacks. I know Lost Players definitely takes away an awful lot of accolades deserved, but there were a bunch of other good ones. Sickos is one I reference frequently when talking about these kinds of things, because the people who made that one all have design sensibilities that I appreciate. The attempt to make a Mario Metroidvania game was fun. I would have liked that one more if the final boss wasn't broken, but you know. There was the really Zelda-influenced one that was really cool with the parallel worlds and the sort of RPG-esque inventory stuff. Like, there's just a lot of goodness that came out of that. And I understand on the Kaizo side, similarly good things. Like, there was like a good cape hack, I think, that came out of that as well. I don't remember the rest because I didn't play them. But QLDC is January. Yep. Oh, right. Right. And, of course, Crack's Cafe, which straddled the line and got punted into the Kaizo zone. That was fun. Nice to have some, you know, more 100 Rooms of Enemies, Nightmare Cafe-esque type things in the world. Also, I Peter's Bizarre Adventure. Now, Peter Awakening is being made now instead. Oh, nice. I am looking forward to more adventures of Peter. Go. Careful. Lost Mario. Oh yeah, there was Mario for Lost Players and Lost Mario, and I could not keep them straight at times. I can't turn around. I think I just need to hold left there. I really hope that's like the final... I'm already dead, aren't I? Want to gather a team together and make a Peter hack for Hack Jam, but you want to make it and don't want to wait longer? Yeah. Well, given that Hack Jam might not come around for another year or two, another while, it's probably just good to just go and do. Yeah, my attempts to go first don't work. I'm just gonna wait like I did before for my cycle. I'm certain it can work, but I don't have the muscle memory down the way I do for this. So if I'm gonna make a guess about who made this, I'm gonna say 1, they clearly do Kaizo. They clearly know how to do Kaizo. And 2, they have a certain lack of respect for the rules. I'm gonna guess this might be Steg. Actually, I guess I've just made it really easy by figuring out the right time to land on this thing. Instead of having to, like, walk this platform, I found a slight form of cheese. Would ultimately not surprise me if Steg made this. No, I don't think it's his style, though. Like, this is a very... This is just like the prior one, has a very specific style feel to it. There's not that many people who abuse fast pipes that much. Ha! Kaizo block, I hit you. With no repercussions. Okay. Oh, I need to go faster. Ain't Steg? Okay. Sending you Peter Awakening test patches is going to be odd because it's MSU1. I guess I'll have to write something for that then. That or just make an empty directory that's full of something that MSU1 can pick up on. Actually, it wouldn't be that... Oh, actually, would it? Does my utility handle that? I do have a generic copy utility to the SD to SNES. I don't use that often outside of a few things. And I guess I could make it understand how to handle multiple files. That's probably what I should just do. Like, not that. Move this. Alright, I think if I don't get this soon, it might be time for a short handbrake. In which case, I'll fix up the bugged things. Apparently, PS can't pick up all of the other processes that are running. I know there's like 4 Python processes running, and it only tells me the ones in my own shell. There is something wrong with that, Windows. I guess I could just turn on another instance of Gimpy and just not care. Either way, I should just put that somewhere more reliable, or find a more reliable IRC library for Python, because the one I have is crap. It's the one I've been building off of forever, which would make me sad, but what that particular thing does is pretty specialized and wouldn't take that long to rewrite. So aside from being annoyed at it, but yeah. I have to give this an award. It'd be, why didn't you submit this to ROM Hack Races? Because, like, this probably would have been a pretty good ROM Hack Races level. Not sure where it would fall in the difficulty, especially now that they've reevaluated how they handle their difficulty assessments. But okay. Oh. Well, it wouldn't help. There's more. Alright, let me fix this really quick. Damn you, Waffles! Damn you! Hey, which one is this? Oh, yeah. Is an ad? Oh, it crashed! Because someone bought an ad. Huh. I should fix that. No, that's my bad. Apparently I just forgot to test it when I refactored something. Does that mean I can now see another instance of this? I can see 2 instances of Python now. So yeah, I can in fact see it. I just need to get it to print out the parameters so that I could know which one is which. So I could have just restarted from here and that would have been fine, but oh well. I learned something useful today. What I learned is when I'm done tonight, I'm going to spend 15 minutes, like 15 minutes figuring that out and debugging it. post-raid. That is the plan now. It will be exciting. I also covered the chat window with that, so that doesn't help me anymore. Well, we'll see. Yeah, I got that. Nuts. No, but it's nice. People haven't bought too many ads. I mean, I guess someone bought an ad last time too. But I have been meaning to do another Adventures in Advergaming stream this month. I just need to sit down and write write up the poll for it. It's going to be one of 3 different types of things advertised to children: candy, soda, or pizza. And I have appropriate games for all 3. Some unexpected choices for all 3 too, not the obvious ones. Because if you say soda, everyone's gonna think Cool Spot. I did Cool Spot. I've had enough Cool Spot in my life. Well, maybe not. Dance Rave Tune's really good. But we'll figure that out when we get there. Soda'd probably be the coolest, but also requires some more obnoxious setup than some of the other ones. Pizza Tower. Okay, so I don't know how or why, but for some reason YouTube decided to recommend me someone's Pizza Tower video, and I looked at it briefly and I was like, what the hell am I looking at? And why was this recommended to me? Is this like a new, like, YouTuber thing, this Pizza Tower? I was just, like, briefly so confused. On the other hand, it's nice that YouTube's been recommending, like, small, weird things to me, which is nicer than what it used to be doing. But still. But no, not Pizza Tower. So Adventures in Advergaming would be games that were directly sponsored by companies. So for instance, last time I played Doritos Dash of Destruction, the best dinosaur-themed car simulator in existence. Well, I guess best Doritos-themed car simulator in existence. Yaris by Toyota, which is terrible. And Sneaking, which was a Burger King promotion. And then finally, well, we snuck in a little bit of Technokin Adventure in there because it was fun, because Technokin Adventure is really fun. Even if not an adver game. It was on the 360, and I figured we should show off the demo, because no one can play the demo anymore. I'm already dead. Pepsi Man. Pepsi Man's a possibility. But yeah. There was just sort of a weird golden age of advergaming, a brief stint in the 80s and 90s. Late 80s and early 90s. They don't really do it much anymore, like where it's so utterly blatant, because it's like, you know, this is McDonaldland game. Because I guess they found better ROI elsewhere. I have some ideas for HLDC next year, but I don't know, worried about the whole arbitrary level restrictions, like you can only use 3. Like, why? I think the goal of only using 3 sublevels is to prevent people from making outrageously long levels. But don't quote me on that. It can be a shame, especially when, like, you can do fun things with extra sublevels, like plot rooms and things. But I believe that's the major invective there. That's what the Mario timer restrictions for. It can be multiple things. I honestly don't know. I might ask. In fact, I would recommend that you ask and find out why. Why there's that restriction. So there might be a historical reason, I don't know. Or maybe they've just copied and pasted things, like the rules from another contest, without really caring much about it. Just don't like being limited. That's fair. I mean, there certainly still has to be a certain amount of limitation. HLDC was a lot of fun. There were an awful lot of, like, cute things. Not to mention Alphasphere. Alphasphere was fucking cool. Luigi Goes trick-or-treating was also really cute. Do not like. Some of those are physically compilation. Yeah, but that only makes sense if there's an actual compilation that will come out of it, likely. And there's something I can tell you without any reservation is SMW Central wants out of the compilation business. Like, any compilations that are being done in the process now are not being done in the name of SMW Central, but because there are people out there who really want to make compilation hacks. Like an evil ghost, to point out. A person who did that recently with VLDC 12. But yeah, I just don't think they want to do much of it. OLDC finally came out. There was a goal to get that out a long time ago. Just a lot of things. And I might have got it backwards. I know Evil Ghost worked on one of them recently. I think it was VLDC. VLDC 12. No, LDC 2 was someone else, who I'm not supposed to say. Ah. 11 and 12, thank you. Also worked on 11, safe to say you're done. Yeah, exactly. It burns people out. It's just a really tricky business. There's an awful lot of weird interactions that you just don't expect with that sort of thing. Like moles. If you're on a submap, moles are faster or something. Like, there's all sorts of weirdness in SMW you have to account for. People who want to use certain glitches, especially like OLDC, where, you know, people use different versions of Lunar Magic to get to use different Lunar Magic glitches. And you have to replicate that in some form in your ROM. So... Kaizo telling me people don't like the single world theme for single word, but you felt a lot of creativity while not limiting what you do in level. Yeah, I think that the problem was there were too many of them in a row. It wouldn't surprise me if it comes back, but I know that there's also like a list of 24-hour level contest ideas out there that someone has published. I don't know if it's public, but it wouldn't surprise me if they took something out of there next time as well. BLDC compilation is more likely because I don't think, I think there were still things that would be annoying to do about it, like copying and pasting around map 16 stuff. But it is more likely just because it's a single BaseROM. This is just as good of a strat, I suppose. But again, that would be up to someone who wants to do that, and I don't know presently who is volunteering to do that. And I can assure you, I am not volunteering to do that. I got enough projects. Some of which I've been punting on for far too long. There we go. New, back to the waffle obstacle. It's dropping down here. Oh, there's box! I had a plan, it just didn't work. Okay. They blend in the background so well. That's my job. I like the 1F0, actually. I just noticed that. That's animated stars. That is really cute. But yeah, I think in terms of recent contests that are likely to have a compilation, this is more likely. But again, I'm not working on it. I don't know who would work on it, so don't quote me on nothing. I can tell you for certain there's never going to be a compilation KLDC ever again, and QLDC compilation is just something that would just make people laugh. It's just not feasible. I see it now. Okay, I did the thing. Oh, I'm on here. Okay. I think I need to go faster through all that. This is a long level. Okay, I think if I just do this, it works. I was really expecting a midway or something soon. Well, hoping. Still not good at this one. Progress, indeed. Kaizo wants to enter CLDC. Keep declining. Is CLDC coming up this year? Guess we went through OLDC last... Oh, was that 2020? Oh man, my memory is shot. I guess we are due for a CLDC soon. March 6th, yeah, I guess we are due for one soon. That's a lot coming up. For the early part of the year. Like, do QLDC and then a month or two later go into this. I guess it's just always there's a lot. I don't notice it as much because I'm not building things for it. CLDC can be cool, but it is very much a what you can make yourself sort of thing. I don't know. You know, actually, I've not really played any CLDC stuff, surprisingly. Plan on making a level like this for a standard contest? At least make checkpoints frequent? Yes, agreed. Yeah, QLDC and then CLDC. Like, it's a lot really quick. And QLDC is basically a CLDC contest with the gloves off in some ways. Like, you're allowed to do really weird stuff for the sake of doing really weird stuff. And so it kind of takes the place of it a little bit, so it strikes me as a bit odd to have them so close together, but... It is the PR department's plan to do so, and that's that. Oh, I'm already dead. No, I'm not dead. Yeah, I was actually expecting a checkpoint after the bubble section with Thwomp. That felt like the right spot for a checkpoint. But the fact that there isn't one makes me more reticent. No. Love to enter CLDC, but you don't have to know how to make anything worthwhile unless you use pre-existing assets. Yeah. It's definitely a case where you want to show off your technical prowess in some domain when you're submitting beyond just level design. You want to show you can port over some cool music or port over some cool graphics. And of course, make a cool assembly. Because cool assembly is cool. Yeah, I think I'm going to definitely post this up. Like, there's none of these obstacles individually is all that bad. I just expected there to be a checkpoint at some point. I take it back, the bubble one. I don't like the bubble one. Everything else I feel like I have a decent strategy. Everything else so far I feel like I have a decent strategy for, but the bubble I just don't know. There's something about that setup that I don't understand well enough to get through it consistently. And I'm no expert at walking on multiple carrot platforms at once outside of like the one level of jump half that made me do it. And that was a Switch Palace level. And I had to reset my my SNES because someone followed me during that. Maybe that. I don't like that one so much. Because you can bonk the block. Okay. Right. I don't know if you like having QLDC being so soon. It's like 5 contests next year, so close together. Next year, don't know how you'd organize it better. Yeah. The problem is there's an awful lot of people who like one sort of contest. Case in point, Dev Azure loves Overworlds. And wants to, you know, have overworld level design or overworld design contest level design contest. It's a level design contest where you can only use tiles from the overworld. It sounds really dumb, but I'd totally play it. But yeah, it wants an overworld contest every year. But of course, the demand doesn't reach the curve, and so there's some people who just really love their pet projects. like Ampersand and QLDC. So. Always feel free to volunteer for judges to judge. They're always looking for more people. There's a pool of people who consistently get asked because we'll do it, which I am very evidently in. Quite evidently in at this point. But it never hurts to expand the pool. Can't turn back. Don't do graphics since the your style's much more vanilla. Fair. I feel like an overworld contest is the battle between like 3 people. That's the other problem is the people qualified to to judge it are all people who would like to enter the contest. So it doesn't help that much with judging. Vanilla overworld design contest might happen. I don't know. I think that's something that they want to do, but again, I don't know that much. And I feel that would be more accessible to an awful lot of people. Because the most recent overworld design contest, I think, turned into a pretty big chocolate battle with really cool stuff. I have them on the card, and I had planned to do like a stream where I looked at them, but I think when I set it to a vote, nobody wanted that. I think I ended up playing I ended up playing, yeah, I did the AOL disc instead. That was fun too, but totally a different thing. Because, yeah, that was like when I finished up doing QLDC judging, I was like, okay, well, I've run out of things to do. I guess we'll finish EcoQuest 2. Oh, I beat EcoQuest 2 because apparently I was 1 or 2 puzzles away from beating it. Okay, I guess we'll do something else. Here's a poll. And one of the options was AOL. I think one of them was Look at Overworlds, since that contest was still relevant at that point in time, but I don't recall. But the AOL one was fun. We played a lot of old school shareware, and I blew out some people's ears, which was not intentional. Nothing against them. Stevie or Devishire, never seen so many entries, but theirs always look the best. Yeah. I know I've seen Devishire's. I don't know if I've seen Stevie's. But yeah, that's the effective problem. End up dropping out last one? Okay. Yeah, they kept extending it, hoping more people would show up, I think. Or maybe that was the prior one. Either way, definitely a contest that might need a little break. Love making overworlds, but don't hold a candle. Those two, no, few people do. They're very good at their craft. Oh yeah, Stevie worked on the most recent, worked on the VLDC 12 one, didn't he? So yeah, I have seen his work. I learned about an Easter egg in the VLDC 12 overworld recently, and was very amused to see it. Same with 11. Okay. Yeah, I buy that. There's a lot of cool stuff going on in that overworld. I'd kind of wish I'd gotten to show it off when I got early access, because I was just smiling like an idiot for decent chunks of it. I'm like, holy crap, there's a train! I love trains! Just fun stuff. The weird VTuber cameo wasn't your idea. I think it's fine, especially since they had a level explicitly calling out that specific VTuber. I thought it was cute. And little Easter eggs like that are just fun. I'm certain someone's going to leave it on that screen and come back and see that, and it'll make their day at some point, or at least make them say, what the fuck was that? I'm getting better at that bubble. Okay. Okay, here's the one I don't understand. Like, do I need to catch that platform again? Level design-wise, I think it's clear. You don't suck at it. So you feel you hold your own against those who place high, and somehow you usually do, but overworlds, what's the point? I'm totally outclassed. I mean, that's kind of the problem. There's 3 people who make really good ones, and no one else is really doing as much. Getting that good requires time and patience and effort. And it kind of hurts a bit when you're like, man, I don't know if I'm ever going to be that good. But it's probably worth learning, if nothing else. But I'm not the person to tell you that, I guess, because I've never made anything significant in SMW. In Lunar Magic. Does remind me I need to show the one ROM hack I made on stream at some point before next year, so that I can write up my C3 thread. With that merry-go-round, you have to get on the same platform going right? Yeah, I kind of figured, but my timing wasn't good. It was more about I'm looking at this and trying to figure out what my options are, and that's clearly the option. Because the prior one, I don't think well, it's full of Kaizo blocks. I can't jump. It's full of Kaizo blocks. Like, I'm trying to think if there's any way I could cheat to make this easier, and the answer is no. With my set of cheating tools, I could not make this level easier for me. Bunch of love overworlds wouldn't be entering an overworld contest. Annoying ASM, yeah. Another contest I'm not a fan of exactly is getting another KLDC. I mean, the thing is, there's a lot of people who love KLDC. Kind of like QLDC, that's just the ROM hack races peeps thing, so they run it pretty much. Bizarrely enough, when I was on the East Coast, I ended up watching The Matrix with my mother because she wanted to watch The Matrix, to which I said, why the hell do you want to watch The Matrix? And apparently, during some like team building exercise at work, a number of people had listed The Matrix as their favorite movie, and I'm like, really? In this day and age? People saying The Matrix is their favorite movie? Oh, I got that up the butt. Take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in bed and believe whatever you want to believe. Take the red pill and stay in Wonderland. I show you how deep the route holes. Hack Jam was 2021, yeah. That was fun. It was the very end of 2021. But I think there's the specific... I guess actually the Kaizo people would get their kicks there, but... Hack Jam was so good. Keep falling off. I'll take both pills. Hey, there's a rabbit hole in my bed. Would have written a custom BLDC version, but you can't be ours right now. Fair enough. It just still boggles my mind that someone says, yeah, The Matrix is my favorite movie in this day and age. It's like, The Matrix as a corpus has just been picked over. Like, all of the fun stuff that made that movie fun and good has been done now in other movies better. It's kind of like Terminator 2, but unlike Terminator 2, it doesn't really have the staying power. Unless you really like Keanu Reeves. That's a new one. But like, all of the fun stuff. Remember Bullet Time being so cool? Oh man, Bullet Time was so cool. And then every movie ever did Bullet Time. I'm pretty sure that Bullet Time was also in, like, I don't know, not another teen movie. Wouldn't surprise me. Just, it became such a ridiculous cliche. Nostalgia factor, plus it did it first, plus it's not a bad movie. We got near the end, and she was tired and wanted to go to bed. She's like, should I keep watching? Like, unless you want to watch 45 minutes of Keanu Reeves shooting things, no. So she didn't finish it. It's not bad, but it definitely does show its age. But it's also just like, why would you say this is your favorite movie? It's just such a strange thing. I feel if you want to do a movie with existential or weird psychological themes, you could pick something better. There's other options now. I'm already getting hit. BLDC was Diagonal Mario 2 base ROM. I like that idea. Except for the fact that the Diagonal Mario 2 base ROM would crash when bob-ombs explode, which is a little bit of a problem. People say the same if you said SMW hacks are your favorite pastime. Probably. If I were to say, like, Super Demo World was my favorite thing, people would probably say, oh, that's weird or very nostalgic. It's also just a very safe option. Like, no one's going to really rag on you much for picking the Matrix in that context. But there we go. Okay. Nope. I fear this part a whole lot. I think I need to get off that platform a lot earlier. That gas pole bar is really finicky. What's your favorite movie? If I had to say what my favorite movie was for the purposes of a team morale sort of thing, I'd probably just say Yellow Submarine. I think it's trippy. It's got the Beatles. It is a fun movie. And yeah, probably an awful lot of stuff's been picked over for that too, but it is trippy as all hell, and I really appreciate the just strangeness of the animation styling. There's a lot of stuff going on there that would be difficult to replicate nowadays in standard animation, and even some of it may be in CG. You can definitely appreciate the amount of effort that was put into it. Scary movie. Yakuza Like a Dragon. My favorite movie is all of the cutscenes of Phantasmagoria 2 put together in a reasonable facsimile of a movie. I learned today that there was a video walkthrough of Phantasmagoria 2 that was made that you could buy and actually stars a sexy woman who is chroma keyed over the assorted scenes of the game. It's so bizarre. Just why would you make this walkthrough? You literally, like, it's an hour long. The game itself is like 6 hours long, and it's not one of the world's hardest Sierra games. Except for the completely ridiculous bullshit puzzle at the very end. Encanto? I don't think I've seen Encanto. That's one of the newer Pixar things, I think. It's like the bunch of ladies defending a house, I think, was the premise. One of those movies I need to, like, watch next time I'm on an airplane. Yeah, The Spirits Within was not good. It was not a good movie. It was unfortunate because it really was close, I think, in an awful lot of ways to being a good movie. Like, the CG was almost good enough. If you want it, like, to be freaked out a little bit, they did an animatic of Thriller to sort of show off their technical chops when they were initially doing that. That's what you have to do. I'm glad it's not a one-way. Okay, block goes down. Block comes up. Pat panics and fails to do the thing. But we have seen the light at the end of the tunnel, which is probably an intro to another section. Love that a bunch of ladies defending a house is the best summary you've heard of that movie to date. I think my sister mentioned it, and I think that was her summary of it. But that's my understanding of that. Still mad at the twist that literally saved the day. Bump. Go and do this. Shoot. Yep, it had to be a door. It always has to be a door. At least it wasn't a poisonous door. Actually, it might be a poisonous door. It's hard to tell with this. Behind... Well, if nothing else... Well, actually, no, it's still possible I might only get through 2 of these today. That's a scary thought. What time is it? It's 2. Okay. I really hope that I'm front-loading the difficulty here. Because... like, I know there's got to be a few of these levels that will take a grand total of 3 minutes to beat. There always have been at least a couple. I'm just not finding them when I'm playing today. Okay, and then... a little bit longer on that. But I have the right idea. 3 minutes each or 3 minutes combined? 3 minutes each? Like, I was looking at, like, VLDC levels. I guess I could probably do some correlationary stuff there. But I played through most of the VLDC levels, and I don't think I took cheats on too many of them. The only one I could really think of that I needed to cheat on was that lengthy ghost level that came in pretty low. Oh, and I guess the time machine level. The time machine level had really good ideas that were executed very poorly and painfully for the player. If you're going to make a Yoshi Berry level, either keep the timer below 100 or keep it very comfortably above 100. Don't let me try and make the music as fast as possible. Just a general rule. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Don't like doors that make you rush. I'm not a big fan of them either. It's very much a last-minute troll thing. I'm kind of glad that end trolls have fallen out of favor for Kaizo, like, just a concept. Because it used to be so consistent. It's like, okay, I've got to jump over this pit for the last little bit of this level. Where's the Kaizo block gonna be? It just became so irritatingly predictable. I'm going too fast. I'm still going too fast. There we go. Do this. Do that. I think I might have gone a bit too late. I did not go too late. I'm rushing. Should not be rushing. Down it goes. Okay. I can breathe again. Should remember to breathe. It's an important thing to do in life. If you do not breathe, you will not do well in life. You know, things could have gone really badly for me right there. Okay. Bed goes up, bed goes down. Okay, I need to be on the very far right of it. Should not be on the, like, middle third. I need to be on the far right to catch that. I understand what I'm doing wrong. I just have to do it better. Remember about VLDC 11, Knuckles fan posted in the Discord they found a repro card for like $50 and it didn't work properly to the SA1 stuff. Okay, that's actually pretty funny. Yeah, you'd need to cannibalize an SA1 card if you wanted to do that, or include an equivalent FPGA reproduction. And I just don't see any pirates doing that one. Not to mention, I don't know how many like SA1 carts there are out there to cannibalize that people don't want to pay lots of money for. But I imagine there's at least a few SA1 games that worked great. I don't know. It's kind of a big difference between stealing lockout chips from, say, soccer, and from, like, I don't know, the Nintendo World Championship. Also, obligatory, you don't need MMC5. MMC3 is just as good. Like, we have MMC3 at home. We don't need MMC5. Nuts. Used to laugh about hacks being put on shitty cards, but after seeing that, you're kind of upset. Oh, no doubt. It was an awful lot of people's effort and work, not just, like, yours and Stevie's, but, like, also all of the people who made it, and no one's seeing a penny of that. No one should be, because that's not the kind of way this art should work. Like, if there's repro cards, they should generally be made and distributed for, like, you know, just fun. Like making a copy of Invictus. If Juz gets, like, some of those made up or something, that's just for fun, and there's no money being exchanging hands. It helps with the both the morality and the legality of this entire hobby. But unfortunately, pirate's gonna pirate. Okay, don't jump. Far right side. Fun. Oh, I'm down here now. There's more. But wait, there's more. Okay, at least it's... Okay, I see what I'm supposed to do. I just need to be a lot faster and better. And then not do that. That was kind of trolly, but alright. Thank you for the H. Gonna try and work on Peter hack differently than you usually do for hacks, considering it's a meme hack, doesn't need much continuity. Just gonna make levels, probably save the final level for last, but anything between will just be done. I had an idea to do it. Go for it, I like it. No, Stevie had a couple of SMB1 hacks, put on a crappy 1001 bootleg card. Oh, that's kind of cute. That's kind of fun, at least. Still bad, but fun. 1001 card. How you doing, Curtis? I finally got this age. I've been at this level for a while now. My title is a reference to last time I did this, where I beat a grand total of 2 levels. Today, it's looking to be a grand total of 3. Which I can assure you was not the kind of pace I was expecting to do these. But I might just be getting unlucky. Okay. Observe. This one. This one. That goes up. If I die on every single thing, I'll eventually learn how not to die. Too emotional, but would cry a little if you have the physical copy of Null Space in your hands. I mean, that's the kind of thing, that's how this thing should be done. Like, that would be the fun thing to do. Make a one-off repro cart for a friend. It was close to what I was supposed to do. Like, not making these for profit. Okay. What am I looking at here? Those go down, that goes right. I don't like any of this. I think what I need to do is get in the pipe down there, or I need to ride the platform to do something, but I don't know which. Either way, I don't need to run into those spikes. Be lying if you said you want to end some physical copies of some hacks, but I don't know how to make them, so getting them any other way is not the best. Yeah. I mean, the way you make them is you find somebody who has the cart designs, and then you basically make their cart design. You probably have to flash the ROM chips yourself, and then socket them, or have them do it. You'd be surprised what you can get done with a little bit of know-how and going to a few websites. At least the nice thing about the SNES is like low ROM doesn't require an awful... I don't think low ROM has an awful lot of like moderating chips. I think they're mostly like convenient off-the-shelf things. Could be wrong though. Yeah, definitely do not want to ride that platform. Also, there's got to be like someone out there who's reputable who makes them. Because I know that, like, Grand Poo World 2 got made into ROM carts and were given out for some things. Oh, hello. So that's how that setup's supposed to work. And I think I had that, I just need to not be holding B. Morning and coffee. Your title says hopefully more than 2. Your wish has been granted. Yeah, I've beaten... I might beat 3. It might be 2. Like, it took me a while to get that H. It might only be 2 this evening, which is disconcerting in terms of the timeline I expected for this. Didn't think the pipes could scream rap with that code. It might be a special instance for this or something. I don't know. Oh, I need to... Okay, I see what I have to do there. Let go of B to just give me a little bit extra space. Oh, that was a bit early. Listening to Boss Bubble 3 music for like an hour and a half. It happens. It happens. One of those things that has been on my list of things to do for stream improvement for a long time has been have the ability to add some other music. The problem is I wouldn't get to listen to it because I still need like audio cues for certain things. So instead I just kind of phase it out. Finally got MBC3 plus RTC MBC flashable cart. Oh, nice. Ugh. What are those things? How you doing, Tara? I guess I didn't say it earlier. Or did say it earlier. I've been at this for a while. My brain is currently purple mush. Game Boy mappers. Okay. Oh, interesting. That's fair. You can change the Mario graphics. You can probably change to replace the level music. I can, sort of. And by I can, I mean Max can. So for chat hacks, Max has written at least one module that changes out the music with a new tune on the fly, one of his choosing. But he also wrote the thing that just constantly yells Amogus at me, so I don't know which one it is. Oh, I didn't do this right already. Never mind. What? Oh, I really hope I didn't need that. Don't know how hard it would be. I don't think it'd be too terribly difficult. Oh, I'm already fucked here. This is... Oh, there's an anon block there. That's terrible. Yeah, I couldn't see that at all. Because of the Kaizo block background, it blends in with everything else. Have you already beaten the level, Evil Ghost? I have to ask. Or are you just agreeing with the assessment that that I don't need that anymore because of how the rest of it looks? Yeah, they're barely visible, but they blend in really well. I guess this was an early numbered one, wasn't it? Most people tend to do things in order-ish. I liked Louis' numbering system. It was like all of the prime numbers from that point backwards. I forget exactly how it worked. It was clever enough. Nope. You've seen this level beaten, but you haven't beaten yourself. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. The worst part right now is I want to re-grab B and I can't after a certain point. Why suddenly the anon blocks? Just like standard death blocks. With everything else being so cubey, this is just hard to look at. Like, those are invisible to me. You could probably beat this level with some patience, but you dread getting into it. Fair enough. I feel the same way, except I'm already at it. And I'm already, like, thinking, well, okay, so what happens if I have to come back to this? Do I have to beat... I guess I just have to beat the first section again. It wouldn't be the end of the world. I'd probably do it before the start of a stream and just leave the thing on for a while. I think would be the plan, if and I did that. Already making contingencies just in case. So one of the problems with SA1 is just, like, it makes so many other things so much more inconvenient. I have no idea what the timing for this is. Close. Want to say something else to count as a spoiler? Yeah, I'd appreciate it if you didn't do that then. Wonder what killed you until you said non-blocks. They're really hard to see. It's already a dark background. Everything else is already dark purple. And you've got all these squares, which are Kaizo blocks. And so you're already looking at this giant field of cubes. And they just blend in entirely. Oh, I can almost do that. That would be cool. If and when I beat this, I'll definitely ask you what that was, because I'll be curious. Unless it's you telling me who made this level, in which case, yeah, I definitely don't need to know that. I will find that out when the time is right. Okay, I definitely have to drop down to the left. I think I have to do it the intended route. It's not about the creator, but it's about the contest in general. That's okay, interesting. I'm hoping that the thing you've thought is, in general, people made things that were really lengthy and or difficult. I hope that's not the spoiler. Because if it is, I'm going to be at this for a long-ass time. I guess I should figure how long it took me to beat the QLDC stuff. In terms of saying what a long-ass Jumped. Time is. Remember OLDC took me a while, but like OLDC had 125 levels. It was a lot of levels. So... Go. I'm getting better at that part. Getting purple at this part. Let's see, what else? What else has been going on? I'm flying out next week for some Christmas stuff. That should be fun. Not going quite as far as the East Coast, thankfully. Oh, wait, how did I do this? How did I do this? I did it that way. That works. Just like a really difficult contest in general. That is... All right, I need to go to the left. Or can I wait on another cycle? I feel like the level you made was one of the easier levels you've made in the last year or two. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. I wonder what would make BLDC lean towards more difficult levels in general. Would it just be the fact that you have so many toys to play with in the box? Because, like, sure you do, but, like, in general, if you want to make a good level, you pick a few and stick with them. But, like, this level hasn't used too many annoying toys. Or toys in conjunction that would make them annoying. Yeah, I would way too late. Stronger enemies? Maybe. I wouldn't say, like, any of the difficulty I've faced came from enemies, really. Like, the two levels I've had difficulty with, this one and the one on Tuesday, the difficulty stemmed from just having lengthy sections and lots of setups. And this is Kaizo, effectively. Or at least it's a highly setup-based level if we want to, you know, not say it's Kaizo. There's a certain amount of mind reading required. Okay. Alright, what am I looking at here? Can I jump? No. Okay. So I want to go up, run across the left one. Oh, I need to grab the block. That's good. Oh, I also am near I'm near a section. That's terrifying that there's more random crap after that. I bet I have to hit that Kaizo block. Okay, whatever. Don't solve this puzzle. Solve this don't solve that puzzle. Solve this puzzle. Need to grab that block, run to the left to get onto the other platform. Okay, I think I see it. Oh. Oh, no. I think I understand what I'm supposed to do, but I hate it. Goes back to one of my biggest weaknesses, periodic movement. It reminds me very much of the last obstacle from that one prior. Still think I'm cheesing that. I'm not unhappy with that fact, but I still think I'm doing that. Okay. So close. Double thwomp ending finisher? Yep. If you can get this far consistently, yeah. This part seems a lot easier than the last one. That ending notwithstanding, because I'm pretty sure I have to do 2 laps, which means I now need to time the platform differently on the second lap. Because what I think I have to do is walk through that entire thing, go through the thwomp thing, get underneath the thwomps to avoid them on the way to the left, hit the Kaizo block, go through the pipe, do the whole loop again except the platform's already procced. Which might make it easier or more difficult depending upon what the timing is with the thwomps, I guess. I didn't even use the platform. Look at that! Didn't even need you. Spinny platform. No. I think that's a good time to take a short handbrake. Mona! Everyone likes their Japanese cats. Like Maru! It reminds me, I haven't checked out that channel in a while. I really should. I wonder what Maru has been up to. And Hana and that, probably not much of a kitten anymore that they adopted recently. Recently being like 3 years ago, the last time I looked at that channel. Maru was a very famous Japanese cat. I didn't think those were all going to fly the other way, but they did. That was fun. Brighter character probably helps. I don't think it really would have made much of a difference. Like, I've got a pretty good idea of where I am. Like, if it had been feet, I would be in trouble because this background is basically the same color as Mario's feet. But this is okay. I'm non-pulsed either way. Duck to be cuter. Ha! Unnecessary. Unnecessary platform is unnecessary. Cadet. Okay. She is similar in color to the background. Yeah, Mona was fun for the moment he was there. I've had, like, actual duels with people wanting to load specific characters in hacks. Like, once in a long-ass time. I think the last time it might have happened was when I was moderating SMW challenges. One of Daizo's hacks. And people were, like, trying to change the character every, like, minute or something for a while. It was really something. No. That was now a Captain Toad level. I like that. Man, I haven't played Captain Toad in a long time. I played the Wii U version of New Super Mario Bros. That had some Captain Toad levels in it. And in fact, I own a copy of Captain Toad for Wii U that I've never played. Maybe sometime when I want a break, I'll do that one. Because those were just fun. It was a fun little game. No platforming, just puzzle solving. Alright. I let go of B. Got halfway through Toad on Wii. You but haven't caught back up on Switch. Yeah, what a strange short period where, like, late Wii U releases also came out on Switch. I got caught up. It is such a weird console. It really is. And it never lived up to its potential. Unlike the Wii, where, like, at least some of the motion control stuff was pretty good, the Wii U, like, aside from, Splatoon, never really had a good use for the, and when Mario Maker had a really good use for the touchpad. At least not to my mind. Like, I was kind of surprised they never really made any, like, good asymmetric games, like, something kind of dungeon mastery. 3v4, 3v1 or something, but... And then the Switch is pretty much the same thing, except you can't use the touch controls when you're using it in TV mode, which is weird. Which means, like, watching streamers make Mario Maker levels is kind of frustrating because they have to use the gamepad. Oh, crap. Am I hosed? No. Interesting. I guess that really doesn't affect the gameplay at all, because it's not cheese I can exploit consistently to any great end. Motion controls are underrated. Came to Switch a fair bit later. Okay. Came to 3DS too? Really? Only games stuck on the Wii U are like Xenoblade Chronicles and Fox, Star Fox Zero. The less we say about that latter, the better. I'm not against motion controls being there, but I don't necessarily want to play a game that enforces their use. So like in Mario Odyssey, the motion controls can be kind of a drag at times. Okay. We back here. Wait, how would I even... Isn't that block solid for me? I can't jump there. The one-way gates are definitely going to prevent me jumping there. What does that block do? What am I looking at here? Are now these guys getting desunk? Is that a thing that's happening? I don't think so, just... Oh. What? Oh, I understand now. I thought that pipe would take me around for another loop. Ah, okay, I can do this. There was a lot of thinking face involved there. Just not very effective thinking face. I know that the pipe led out at the bottom, but I really expected a second lap. That's what I expected it to require me to do. I completely misread what that was supposed to do there. Completely. Nowhere near as difficult as what I thought I was going to have to do. Just need to actually time that out, because I didn't expect to come out someplace where I needed timing. I'm already too late. Having a generation of bad motion controls around the Wii put people off good ones these days? Maybe. Or it could be one of those things where it like takes a few years for people to want to do them again. I keep expecting like Rock Band or home-based rhythm games to come back, but I don't think they are going to for a long time. At least in terms of getting the arcade at home, at least Tetris the Grandmaster's come up for Switch, which is pretty dang cool. Don't know how good the port is compared to playing an arcade, but the arcade is so good if you're playing that. It is truly some of the best Tetris. I think I'm cheesing that, and I'm okay with that. Okay. Well, that's a way to fail it. Plastic instrument games are gone forever. Yeah, the well's probably been poisoned enough. I still blame, like, Activision for putting out unnecessary sequel after unnecessary sequel to Guitar Hero. The Beatles Rock Band probably didn't help things either, but at least that was only one of them instead of, like, Guitar Hero Aerosmith, Guitar Hero Metallica, Guitar Hero blah. I don't know, Rat. Have your all of 3 songs. Did I get off earlier on that platform last time? Maybe. They were going to do even more, it's true. Hate motion controls that replace button presses for the sake of having motion controls, like DKCR's hand smash and blowing being motion controls. Yeah, as long as it's like an option and not a requirement, I'm generally happy. For games that like probably shouldn't have it. But I don't know, maybe I'm just being curmudgeonly. I kind of didn't mind the motion stuff for Galaxy and Galaxy 2 last time I played it, except for maybe the Manta Ray control. Was it the Manta Ray? What was the other one? The Glidin? The Glider Critter? Did not like the controls for the Glider Critter. Guitar is pretty cool, even helped you with pushing buttons to rhythm. Then Rock Band came around, 5 different instruments, accessories, and killed your interest. I mean, I liked Rock Band a lot more than I did Guitar Hero because the drums were so much fun. Like, I never cared much for the guitar, fake plastic rock guitar, but I loved playing the drums. And singing was actually a lot of fun too. Like, you got the fun of karaoke involved too. And I was actually pretty decent at it in terms of like score. I held I held decent places for the on the online leaderboard for My Sharona for both drums and singing on Expert for a while. Not like top 10, but like top 30 each. Though, much to my shame, me and my friends never did get the Endless Set List achievement. We tried once, and the neighbors complained, so we had to stop. It was a fun effort, but... Score up. There we go. Wrong. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Negative. Oh. No. You know, I'm just going to walk straight forward. I'm not going to try to be any smart on this. Oh, did it die? Oh, the rolling ball star. That was another nerve-wracking one. Okay, I'm just gonna walk forward. I'm worried there's another troll. No, seriously? Did it die? Well, you guys saw that, so apparently GG. I'm having trouble on my end. Oh, okay. Special thanks. Let's see who's thanking here. Playtesters and feedback by Ampersand, Cartuous and Arancoon, and Norakun, Cartesius, and Ampersand. Okay. Music by Kevin. And I'm trapped for eternity in this room. Yes, it's finally over. Inside Egg is not enabled, and for some reason I can't access my damn stream to make sure it's still working. That's a bad sign. But you guys' comments make me think it's still working. So let's check that out really quick on the other side of things, because I can do that, since I need to write words now. Well, OBS is convinced it's fine. That's a good sign. Had to reload the page, but it's good now. Okay. And like, I think Twitch had a hiccup for some people, depending upon where you might be in the world, because it seemed other people were unaffected. All right, number 4. Oop. Time to write words. Actually, can I... There's no other... No matter where I go, all I get's the same sound, isn't it? Okay, good. This is different. Thank you. I've had enough Last Bibles. Unless this is another Last Bible thing. Which case, yes, I've had enough... yeah, Bible. Okay, let me do the word part. This is one of the reasons why I always... have have local recordings nowadays, just in case things go awry. Alright, that was a level. I ultimately liked it, even though it was hard. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to think about this one either. Right. Mark that one to have to do some more editing work on, which is all of them so far except one. It was a level, indeed. I mean, I'm still not certain it's not a damn Kaizo level at the end of it. But, alright, let's roll one more and see what we get. And if it's something that looks hard, I'm going to bed. Go for 16.